Sidecars. We'll probably get them away before we cross over to Richard. We'll let them sort out the next lap, get the noise and the rev away, and we'll stay with us here at the moment. Opportunity for the racing Sidecars away, and Richard, more fun out there. Man, there's some guys pushing you.
Yeah. Dave didn't do that race, so it was a little bit easier. He was really fast in the first race, so yeah, the lap times weren't quite as quick then, but yeah.
Well done indeed. We'll go back to the boys and carry on with our sidecar racing. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you to Neil and the team down there. F3 Action. Good to see Jake Cavell on the podium. A big shout out to him for all the work he does for the sport, and a big shout out to his super team mechanic and tyre extraordinaire, Dan, down there. So look out for Dan if you need your tyres changed moving forward through the summer. Brilliant stuff from them. We go racing with our sidecars. This is going to be a 6-lapper to round out the day, and Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose is going to lead this one down the centre straight at Manfeild. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr have definitely got the legs to reel them in there, get right up along the back of them. So that's the battle for 1 and 2. And the update on Andy Scrivener, a bit fatigued there, Spider, not going to take part in the last one here.
Yeah, no, he's already on his way home. He'll be a bit grumpy, but he put in a good solid showing last time round. And at some stage got the fastest lap of the race. But right now we've got that big battle out the front. It is number 12 versus number 73, Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose. Then it's Barry Smith and Stu Dorr doing the swinging there. In third place, shout out to Spike Taylor with Kelly Pitt there doing the passengering. They lost top gear in the last race, and that's why they slowed. And the first of the Formula 2 bikes is Mark Halls with Michelle McLean on board. And behind them, David MacArthur, Doug Corns, 38, Darryl Williams, Brian Finn, Tracy Bryan and Joe Mickelson on the 28 on another one of the Carl Cox Motorsport bikes. She just wants to get ahead. She wants to beat Mark. She's got the pace to do it, and watch the fireworks as she is disappearing with Joe Mickelson on the side, starts to reel him in. It's getting through traffic at the moment, and the lead bikes go down that long centre straight. Then Aprilia is just a little bit stronger coming out of that corner in the middle, but Barry Smith is just so good on brakes. He's just so good and smooth. He runs right around the outside. Oh, makes the track a lot longer there, but it's side by side coming out of Higgins. Normally it takes a while before they pull in, but the Adam Unsworth machine's just only about a bike length or a sidecar length faster, and it's braking. Barry Smith goes round the outside under braking into this big National Driver Training Centre corner and takes the lead here with 4 laps to go. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr 1:18.090. That was the last lap, which was the start lap, so it's now a 1:13.624. It's a while since we've seen sidecars go into the 1:13s. The lap record was set some time ago by Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes, 6 times world champion on the same bike as Barry Smith is riding, and that is a 1:08. But that was just world-class riding, world-class just 6 times world champion, and Barry Smith is doing a stellar job on this, and this is the fastest lap so far this weekend for sidecars. So he's a 1:13.624, a 1:14.563. That's 0.9 of a second in the last lap that he was quicker than Adam Unsworth. They both mean business, but Barry Smith and Bryce Rose certainly mean business. How's that battle going on for the Formula 2 ones? There's still a distance there. The best lap time for Joe Mickelson, doing the swinging for Tracy Bryan, a 19.949. Mark Halls an 18.373. So I don't think this is going to change. Tracy's just struggling all weekend trying to get the rhythm in there, and Joe's doing quite well, but it's still, they're doing their best. They're doing their absolute best. Lovely young ladies too there, Brad Ritchie.
Oh, absolutely. It's cool to see the girl power in our sidecar fraternity. And we've got Tina McEwen not taking part in this one, but she's a 2-time national champion with Andy Scrivener. And we've also got Louise Blythe out there. She's formerly a record holder around the streets of Wanganui and had wins in New Zealand Superbike Championships with Pete the Pirate a couple of seasons ago. We've got Michelle McLean on doing the passengering for Mark Halls as well, and of course we've got Kelly Pitt on the back of Spike's machine. So great to see our ladies. Have been some changing of the guard in New Zealand sidecar racing, and the ladies starting to take over the passengering a bit there, Spiders. We've got 3 laps to go on this one. Barry Smith, what a good move around turn number 7 to get into the lead of this one, right around the outside, and all Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose could do is watch as Baz sneaks off in the distance now. Spike Taylor, Kelly Pitt, good job right there in 3rd place, and then the first of the F2s, that's Mark Hall, Michelle McLean ahead of the 67, the No Bull Sheds machine of Dave MacArthur and Doug Corns. Then go back to Tracy and Joe. They are definitely a little bit quicker than the 2 machines ahead of them, so that's got to be pretty promising when we go around the streets of Wanganui, Spider, to know that you're building and building and getting better and better.
Indeed, and outstanding ride for Barry Smith and Stu Dorr out the front. Adam Unsworth, Bryce Rose in 2nd place. it's pretty hard and pretty hot and sweaty, but it's a shortened race, 3 laps to go, and when they go across the stripe now, it'll just be 2 laps to go. Don't forget, folks, the 70th meeting at the Cemetery Circuit in a couple of weeks. You can still buy your early bird tickets online. Get them for Christmas presents, get them to drag your mates along there. It's going to be absolutely electric. It'll be my 55th Boxing Day Cemetery Circuit meeting. Louise Bryfe doing the swinging for Ian Burke out there. They had a DNF in the last race. They won't be doing the Cemetery Circuit. They're down the back straight on the blue Lauderdale's machine and going around that big sweeper. And in behind them was Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby on the 76 machine, a Formula 2 bike. They won a race at Timaru a couple of weeks ago and then had bearing problems, but they're a good, solid, hard charger. And Jim Bilby in his early 70s, and mate, he's as fit as a buck rat. Mark Halls, Michelle McLean go through the infield on the 69 bike. Are they being hunted down by 67? Dave MacArthur and Doug Corns? No, I don't think so. It's an 18.9 last lap for Halls, a 19.222 for Dave MacArthur. But in the last lap, Adam Unsworth, Dave MacArthur, Tracy Bryan and Darryl Williams, Ian Burke and Bruce Roberts are all the drivers, all set their fastest lap. That's unusual. So
drama down the centre straight there, Spider. The Spike Taylor, Kelly Pitt machine, they had trouble with top gear. Now they don't look like they've got many gears at all as they pull off along that centre straight. So that's some more hard luck for Spike. And this one looks like it might be a DNF for them, and only 1 lap to go. We're on the last lap now. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, they're out of turn 1 with Adam Unsworth, Bryce Rose not too far behind them, but definitely 2.5 seconds. Looks like quite a bridge for them to climb. So it looks like it's advantage Barry at the moment as we go racing with this guys. And the new team in 3rd place on track will be Mark Halls and Michelle McLean. They will inherit 3rd place in the first in the F2 class with Dave MacArthur and Doug Corns. They're going to head into the podium position as well. So in the Formula 1 class, and Tracy Bryan, Joe Mickelson, cool pairing, getting better and better as every lap unfolds. They were on 1:18.8 that time around, and so that's good speed to know that they've got it all there when we go racing. So checkered flag ready and waiting for Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. They've been a class act so far this series, Spider, and we're going to see some fireworks at Wanganui in the F1 sidecar class for sure.
And the F2, a big shout out to Carl Cox, mate, one of the world's famous GJs. Very modest man. I remember talking to him one day and I says, I've seen one of your YouTube hits with 6 million views on it. He didn't correct me, that's what I'd seen. I went back in there and there was 30 million views on there. And he lives in England and that, and sometimes in Australia, and supports some of the sidecars there and the entire class. A great battle there going on to Higgins, and it is Tracy Bryan and Joe Mickelson up on the inside of the Dave MacArthur, Doug Corns machine. And I think we've seen the checkered flag. We have seen Barry Smith and Stu Dorr there. Have seen the checkered flag there. And Adam Unsworth, Bryce Rose goes through there in 2nd place. Mate, it'll be great to hear that Aprilia V4 around the tracks of Wanganui onto the front straight. Mark Hills and Michelle McLean there take the well-deserved 3rd place. Here's that battle for 4th there, and there's a Formula 1 bike ahead of the Formula 2 bike. That's how it's going to stay. Remember, they are different classes, so 67, that's a strong showing for Dave MacArthur and Doug Corns. And Tracy Bryan, Joe Mickelson to go and take it back. Where's the final battle? Coming around the big front straight there. We've got 3 bikes at it there, and it will be 38, Darryl Williams and Brian Finland, followed by Ian Burke and Louise Blythe. And the last bike home this weekend for the 2nd round of the 2020 Suzuki International Series is Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby. Shame Spike Taylor's out, but they're all right. They're out of their machine. And what an outstanding weekend. Get your tickets to the Cemetery Circuit for the 70th running of the Cemetery Circuit. Thank you, Brad Ritchie, for your help. Thank you, Jared Love. Thank you, Neil Ritchie, and all those people out there doing all the important jobs this weekend. I'm going to go and have a brown Powerade shortly.
Yeah, well deserved, Spider. Thank you for all your hard work. Awesome weekend. Great series, the Suzuki International Series. Thank you again to Carl Cox for F1 and F2 sidecars. It's in the books now as Barry Smith and Stu Dorr taking the win ahead of Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose. Mark Halls and Michelle McLean, a new pairing onto the podium with the Spike Taylor DNF. We've got Dave MacArthur and Doug Corns, Tracy Bryan and Joe Mickelson. Awesome to see them getting better and better. That's really promising. I'm excited to see them around the streets of Wanganui and the Carl Cox Motorsport F2 machine. Darryl Williams, Brian Flynn, Ian Burke, Louise Blythe. That's 6th and 7th. Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby in 8th place. The final finishes. The DNFs for Spike Taylor and Kelly Pitt and Andy Scrivener and Tina McEwen. That's our top 10 at the moment. So thank you to the marshals. Thank you to the officials. Everyone involved in running this Suzuki International Series. Absolutely spectacular. We have world-class events here. Thank you to the crowd who has joined us, and thank you to everyone tuning in on Ctas. Thank you to Grant and Joseph from Ctas for doing this amazing footage. And this will be online during the week when Grant uploads it. So brilliant stuff from all of them. We're going to thank Manfeild too, Chris Amon, for having us. It's been a pleasure. We're going to cross down now to Jared, who will do our F1 and F2 sidecar podium. We're going to have an F2 sidecar on the podium for the first time this series, and we'll cross down to Jared.
Here we are down on the podium for the Carl Cox F1 and F2 sidecars. It's the last race of the day, last but not least. You see them all hugging, which is a little bit of a different thing. They're all mates, and we've got a new person here on the podium, and it's a Formula 2 chair as well, a little 600. He's been growing great. I've been watching and commentating up at the Auckland Club. Loved watching in the wet stuff. You've come to terms with this thing, and you're loving it, and you're looking great out there.
Yeah, Jared, you know, like, it's just, I mean, to put it on a podium, it's just brilliant, mind-blowing. Michelle, you know, third race meeting, mate, she's just taken to it like duck to water. Chris owns the sidecar. Like, I just don't know what else to say. You know, all the other guys, everybody we raced against today, we've just had a great day, and it's just been an awesome weekend. And we'd like to thank all our sponsors, and Chris, my wife at home watching on Ctas, all the friends of ours that have just encouraged us so much over the last 18 months. You know, it's just magic, absolute magic. Thanks, Jared.
Tracy and that are my favourite ones, okay? But you are taking a big chunk out of them, running the number 69 and doing what you've done as well. Congratulations. How was that for you out there?
Oh, it's all a bit of fun. As long as they come in smiling, it's a good day.
It's an incredibly hard task that you do. I've had a little go on the sidecar. You're a girl. Unbelievable job out there. Congratulations. Great to see you on the podium.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
And we'll go to second place here at Unsworth. It's been spectacular to watch today, okay? The sidecars, you boys have been totally dominant. What are you going to have to do to get a win on that one?
Well, it's a tough question, that one. I'm not sure. You know, we're still learning it, but, you know, like I said to you last week, I think, every time we go out, we're making an improvement. We made some massive inroads this weekend with chassis setup. So, you know, we just got to keep going along that track, and it'll come. You know, the engine's just going so well. That Aprilia is just, I just can't mention enough about it. It's just a beautiful power delivery and just such a linear power. It's great. You know, we're really enjoying it. It's cool. You know, having fun.
It's great to see, and you've got to have someone to aim towards, and you are making good inroads and gains and stuff like that. So it is good to watch. Look forward to watching you at Wanganui.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting track. But, yeah, you know, and before I forget, Bryce is doing an outstanding job on the back. And also, just want a quick shout to big, massive thanks to our team. You know, the guys put in just so much work. And it's, you know, we like any team, like any sidecar pairing, you know, you're not very good without your team and your backup and your support and your sponsors, of course. So massive shout out to everyone who's helped us. Yeah.
Congratulations. Good to see you up here. And first place, Barry, incredible. You look, new team, loving the rig, just dominant.
Yeah, well, that was the plan from the word go. But obviously, Stu's gelled really well with myself and the bike. And it's just great to get back out on the F1 bike after running the 600 last year. So, yeah, I'm just getting to grips with it again now. So, yeah, it's been really good.
Really starting to like the sidecars. I went along to one of the have a go days, and they attacked me because I am a little bit smart. So I swung on the side. I can understand what you're doing. I was absolutely pathetic on it and found how hard it was. It's totally physical, and then you've got to do the combo, so you've got to be able to communicate to each other as well. There's so much more that goes into it. But you have set the benchmark, and to see Dennis Charlotte, who I rate very highly, he's won every class, to not be able to step up and beat you guys up, it shows the calibre, and you're all swapping around.
Yeah, I think this season's going to be really good. There's a heap of us going down for the first rounds of the Nationals down south, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be really good racing down there.
Well, great days racing today, and do the North Island proud and clean those South Islanders up for us.
We'll be trying. Don't worry.